If there's one thing the Midnight Walkers make sure you feel right from the first second, it's the panic of not being able to see anything. Not kind of dark, not a bit spooky, this is full-on flashlight or prepare to die darkness. Every step feels like you're walking into a trap, every shadow looks guilty, and every echo sounds like something is already behind you. It's a very, why did you choose this game instead of touching grass kind of atmosphere, and honestly, that's part of the charm. The game locks you inside a massive high-rise called the Liberty Grand Center, and calling it a building feels like underselling it. This place is basically a vertical open world, except instead of sunshine and flowers, you get abandoned hallways, flickering lights, and zombies that clearly didn't get the memo about personal space. And since everything happens indoors, the sound design does a lot of the heavy lifting. Footsteps bounce around the empty halls. Distant zombie groans echo off the walls, and sometimes you swear you hear something that wasn't actually there. Perfect for anyone who wants to feel stressed recreationally. What makes the map genuinely fun to explore is that each floor has its own theme, based on what the building used to be before everything went full end of the world. Parking lots, luxury hotel floors, casinos, a shopping mall, every floor plays differently. The atmosphere shifts dramatically depending on where you go, and the resources you expect to find shift with it. The hospital floor might give you healing items, but it also makes you wonder how many of the beds are hiding jump scares. The casino floor looks cool, but the only jackpot you hit is 10 zombies waiting around a corner. Moving between floors is surprisingly smooth. You don't get annoying blocked stairwells like many survival games throw at you. Instead, you can climb normally or just hop into an elevator and shoot straight to the highest unlocked floor. The game also keeps things tight by splitting the building into 2 big sections depending on the match timer. Lower floors for the early game, upper floors for later. That way, exploration stays focused and the extraction pacing doesn't turn into a long sightseeing tour. One of the biggest strengths of the Midnight Walkers isn't the building though, it's the survivors you play as. You don't just pick a character for the outfit or haircut. Each survivor plays like their own microclass, with special abilities that seriously change how you approach every fight. Think of it like taking bits of operator-based shooters and throwing them into survival and extraction gameplay. In the demo, you get 4 survivors: Brick, Crow, Lockdown, and the absolute wildcard of the group, the Bartender. Brick is the hit things hard until they stop being a problem character. Lots of health, big hammer, perfect for anyone who believes subtlety is for people with weaker arms. Crow focuses on agility, poison effects, and tools like smoke bombs, which is great for players who prefer mobility and trickery. Lockdown is the bow and arrow type, the calm assassin who keeps distance and picks targets carefully. Speaking of team play, the Midnight Walkers fully leans into the extraction formula. You roam floor to floor, collect loot, stash what you can, and eventually try to escape before either zombies, other players, or your own bad decisions take you out. Escape pods are scattered all over, but they don't unlock at the same time. Instead, they open sequentially, and your personal detector beeps louder when you're near one. Each pod is one use only, so if someone else gets there first, the game basically tells you, good luck finding another one in time. If you're playing in a squad, everyone needs their own pod, so you either communicate like a functioning team, or you create the most awkward betrayal montage imaginable. The game lets you extract the code from a pod to force open another one elsewhere, and while that sounds cooperative, you can picture exactly how many players are going to use that feature for selfish escape strategies. It's extraction gameplay. Chaos is part of the package. Waiting too long has consequences though. After a while, toxic gas starts creeping floor by floor, forcing everyone upward, compressing all survivors into the same zones, and basically turning the endgame into a pressure cooker. Even though it isn't technically a battle royale, the final minutes absolutely feel like one. You get tense standoffs around pods, sudden ambushes, last-second escapes, and players who panic and sprint into zombies because the gas feels scarier. It's not just escape pods that bring survivors together. The main lobby vendors give quests like retrieving items from specific rooms or hunting down certain loot. Naturally, other survivors are doing the same quests, so you end up meeting each other in the worst possible situations, like 5 players opening the same closet hoping for a healing item, only to realize someone has to be the first to shoot. Combat favors players who manage stamina well. Running, swinging, dodging, everything costs energy, so if you go full button mash mode, you're basically turning yourself into a piñata for the nearest zombie. The game wants you to be deliberate, especially because the building's dark layout allows ambushes from both players and undead. So, is the Midnight Walkers demo worth your time? Based on the demo alone, absolutely. If you're into tense exploration, extraction mechanics with a twist, and the level of darkness that makes you question every life choice. The vertical map design is fresh, the floor themes keep exploration interesting, and the survivor abilities give the game a personality that stands out from other extraction titles. The Bartender alone is practically a selling point for how unique the gameplay feels. If you enjoy the idea of sneaking through a giant horror tower, mixing cocktails while zombies chase you, racing strangers to the last escape pod, and turning tense moments into hilarious disasters, then this demo shows a lot of promise. The game isn't trying to sell you flashy explosions or cheap jump scares. It's giving you stress, strategy, unpredictability, and a setting that makes the darkness feel like an enemy on its own. Just remember, in the Midnight Walkers, you're never as alone as you think, and sometimes that's the scariest part.